Are you ready for this?
Imagine wandering through a beautiful coastal garden and suddenly discovering giant trolls hiding in the Maine forest.
Welcome to the Coastal Maine Botanical Gardens, where colorful gardens, woodland trails, buzzing bees, butterflies, and surprises are waiting around every turn. And stick around because we'll finish our day with fresh Maine seafood aboard a historic tugboat.
Let's go explore.
As we rolled our RV into the Coastal Maine Botanical Gardens, it didn't take long to see why this has become one of Maine's most beloved attractions.
Spanning more than 300 acres, these breathtaking gardens blend colorful landscapes, peaceful forests, and nearly a mile of scenic tidal shoreline into one unforgettable destination.
Before you even step onto the trails, you're welcomed by beautifully landscaped gardens and wide brick pathways that instantly set the stage for an unforgettable adventure. From the very first moment, you can feel there's something truly special waiting around every bend.
Nearby, the native butterfly house and an interactive honeybee exhibit offered a fascinating look at the tiny pollinators that keep these gardens thriving. Our adventure began crossing a beautiful wooden bridge overlooking the tranquil pond gardens and the learner garden of the five senses, where every turn invites you to stop, smell the flowers, listen to the birds, and simply slow down. Then, the adventure took an unexpected turn.
Hidden among the towering pines stood Roskva, one of 5 giant wooden troll sculptures created by Danish artist Thomas Dambo entirely from recycled wood. According to the story, Roskva is the strongest of the guardians of the seas, watching over the forest while remembering everything that happens around her. It's amazing how these enormous works of art seem to blend naturally into the Maine wilderness.
Before long, we discovered the garden's fascinating honeybee exhibit, where thousands of busy bees were hard at work. Through the observation hives, we watched them gathering nectar, building honeycomb, and making honey as they have since time began. It's a wonderful reminder that some of nature's smallest creatures play one of the biggest roles in keeping gardens like this blooming.
Please subscribe. You'll be so glad you did. Thanks in advance.
From there, we wandered beneath the soft, living Larch Arch before discovering playful fountains, colorful flower gardens, whimsical mazes, and even granite whales that delight visitors of every age. Every path seemed to reveal another surprise waiting just around the corner.
Walking into the Coastal Maine Botanical Gardens on a summer day feels like discovering Maine's own natural air conditioning. While much of the country is melting in the heat, up here we're strolling through the gardens in light jackets surrounded by cool coastal air. Every time we tell a local we're from down south, we seem to get the same question: how do you stand that heat? Of course, I'm not exactly sure what they do when winter arrives.
But today, this place feels absolutely perfect. Winding pathways disappear beneath towering trees, then suddenly open into gardens bursting with color. Flowers spill over the landscape. Quiet ponds reflect the sky, and around every bend there seems to be another little surprise waiting for us. Some areas feel carefully sculpted, while others blend so naturally into the Maine forest that you almost forget you're walking through a garden at all. And that may be what makes this place so special. You don't just come here to look at flowers. You slow down, wander a little farther, and simply enjoy that wonderful feeling of not knowing what you'll discover around the next turn. And just when you think you've seen it all, you come across these playful granite whales rising from the ground and spouting water into the air. Created by the late artist Carol Hansen, these carved boulder sculptures are actually a play fountain, just one of the many surprises tucked inside the Alphon Children's Garden, which opened in 2010. From secret pathways to hands-on discoveries, there's something around every corner to explore. And judging by the fun we're having, you definitely don't have to be a kid to enjoy it. This garden just might bring out the little kid in you. Soon we met another guardian, Lilja, the youngest of the trolls, who celebrates the beauty of flowers, butterflies, and bees. With so much to explore, we hopped aboard one of the free electric shuttle trams to venture deeper into the gardens and surrounding forests.
And with this incredible place spanning 323 acres, including 19 acres of ornamental gardens and more than 150 acres of native forest and tidal shoreline trails, believe me, this tram is a welcome sight.
Our ride led us to Birk, the wise guardian who protects the roots of the forest, before continuing along the peaceful shoreline of the back river. We made one final stop to meet Søren, the curious dreamer whose outstretched arms reached toward the sky as if chasing the clouds themselves. We missed our chance to meet Gro, another member of the troll family. We ran out of time, so she'll have to wait until our next visit. Well, it's time to catch the last tram and begin making our way back. But the adventure isn't quite over yet. This time we're seeing the gardens from the other direction, giving us one last look at all that beauty from a whole new perspective. Familiar trails somehow look different. Little details appear that we missed before, and the forest slowly slips past our windows. Sometimes even the ride back has a few surprises of its own.
Thank you. Before we say goodbye, Mai wanted just one last stroll through the gift shop, because no adventure is complete without one final treasure hunt. Between the spectacular gardens, peaceful woodland trails, giant trolls, and stunning coastal scenery, it's easy to understand why Coastal Maine Botanical Gardens has become one of New England's most unforgettable hidden gems. We climbed back aboard the RV, already talking about everything we'd seen.
And for sure, we will be back. Before heading back to the campground, we made one more stop in historic Boothbay Harbor for dinner at the Tugboat restaurant. And how cool is this? The restaurant is actually built around the original superstructure of the historic Tugboat, Maine. You can even climb up and visit the original wheelhouse. Inside looked inviting, but with fresh Maine seafood calling our name, there was no way we were passing up the rooftop deck, where dinner comes with sweeping views over the working harbor. Great food, salty coastal air, and boats drifting below. Now that's the perfect way to end another Maine adventure.
What a day! From giant trolls hiding among the trees and gardens bursting with color, to granite whales, buzzing bees, peaceful forest trails, and one last treasure hunt with Mai, the Coastal Maine Botanical Gardens turned out to be so much more than we ever expected.
And ending the adventure with fresh Maine seafood high above Boothbay Harbor aboard a historic tugboat, that was the perfect finishing touch.
Maine just keeps surprising us, and believe me, we're not finished exploring yet. You can watch our full Maine adventure.
Maine's best kept secrets. If you enjoyed coming along with us, hit that subscribe button and join us for the next adventure.
And until then, thanks so much for traveling with us, and as always, God bless.
YouTube already picked your next adventure right here. This was one of our most fun adventures yet, and we think you're going to love it. Until then, thanks for traveling with us, and we'll see you on the next adventure. So click in now.